Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man, and as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. Today I'm going to do a pretty interesting video, and it's going to be a very helpful video for you beginners, because if you're going to do it the right way, and sometimes you don't know what the right way is. So, my channel is dedicated towards helping young and up-and-coming musicians, or someone who wants to just start to play the guitar, things to avoid and things to focus on. Because if no one tells you, you put yourself on a path that takes you years into it, and then you realize some point in time that that path you took was not the right one, and now you got to backtrack and try to learn it the correct way. And it becomes difficult, because at that point your brain has kind of decided that this is what it's how it's supposed to be. And the example I always use is this: I've been playing piano as long as I've been playing guitar. I don't play piano half as good as I play guitar. Why? Because I tried to teach myself, and the stuff that I taught myself is hard to unteach myself and stop doing. So it's a done deal with the piano thing, But as far as the guitar thing, I did it the right way, and that's why I became a professional guitar player. So my channel is to kind of head off these things that perhaps you need to leave alone. And here's a good example, because there's two definitions of this particular topic or word: tabulation. The correct definition is this: someone comes to me and say, I need you to tabulate a song. So I go in and I put together, figure out the chords, and I give you the chords. If for some reason you want the melody, could give you the melody on the staff, the notes. That's tabulation, not this. Give you a diagram and tell you to put fingers here, and you don't understand why you're putting fingers here. You're just doing it because someone told you. When you go that route, what happens is this: you don't start to rely on your ear, because at some point in time, when you do it the right way, your ear starts to hear what you're supposed to be doing. That's how I'm able to tab stuff so quickly, because I can hear it, But when you rely on tab, it doesn't force you to start to try to hear it. So that is definitely not the route to take. I stress that tab nonsense, throw it out the window, because it's garbage. It's a poor man's cheat sheet, and what you put into it is what you're going to get into it, what you're going to get. So you don't want to go that route. And I know a lot of people don't realize that that's not the route that they should take, because everybody's kind of doing it, the young thing, or currently people doing it. It's just a cheat sheet, and when smoke clears, you're not going to be able to hear what you're playing, because I'm going to give you a good example of how I approach certain songs. Recently, I just did a Patrick Simmons song, So Wrong. Great song. And when I first listened to it, because normally when someone gives me a song, I just listen to the bass notes, and then I kind of line up the chords according to the bass notes. And I figure out the chords, usually in bar form. But there are some songs that people give me that it's a riff. It's not necessarily a bar chord. So I'm going to tell you how I specifically tackled that song, like I do most songs that I fall into that category. It's more so a riff than just a bar chord. So I got to figure out the riff. Now, when I first heard the song, my ear tells me this, because I look at the guitar neck in this manner. The higher you up, the heavier or the darker the note. Then you're in the middle range, and then you're in the high register range, down there below the 12th fret. Now, since I got a good ear now, my ear has developed, because I didn't rely on a cheat sheet. Is when I first heard that song, I said it's somewhere in the middle range, because it ain't high up, it ain't low up, and it ain't high, So what I ended up doing was I knew it wasn't a bar chord, so I'm like, normally when you're not playing bar chords, you're kind of playing what I call it the D shape, or actually manic. Thanks to him, that's the terminology that he uses and I use now. You form a D shape, and you kind of work it up in the mid-range to see where it's falling. And then after that, as far as that particular song, was just a matter of figuring out the 2 to 3 notes that are in the riff, because there's actually like 3 parts to that riff. So I first started with the first part. I'm like, okay, this is a D shape around the 5th fret in the middle range. And then the second one was not a D shape, but it was just fretting 3 notes on the neck. And then the third one phrase was another 3 notes on the neck. So it was that simple to me, So again, that whole tab thing, don't use that. I mean, trust me, you know, professional musician, have been playing for years. That is not going to get you to the point where you can become a good guitar player. What it's going to do is make you reliant on someone telling you, oh, my thing, chord is kind of acting up here. Someone telling you, testing. Get this right here. Testing, testing. Crap. Okay, I'm just going to have to do one ear thing. It's going to make you rely on someone showing you where the notes are, but your ear can't hear it. Because I was pretty fortunate as far as how I learned guitar, because at first I couldn't read, so I had to rely on my ear. And my ear was pretty good just relying on my ear, but I realized I got to a point where I'm like, I can only go so far with my playing just by ear. I need to learn how to read, you know. I need to know some theory behind what I'm doing. So once I started to learn, you know, theory and reading sheet music, my ear was already developed. So I'm like, okay, I can hear it if it's wrong, you know, as opposed to I'm learning notes and theory, but I don't have an ear, so I don't even know if it's wrong because I can't hear it, you know. So I got lucky. I actually worked backwards and then moved forward. When most people, I initially taught theory before the ear developed. You know, so your ear will not develop if you give yourself a cheat sheet, because it doesn't have to develop. It just, now you're just relying on someone telling you to put your hands here and put your hands here, and that's all you doing, and not being able to, you know, start to develop your ear. So I strongly urge you guys, that tab thing, throw it out the window. It's garbage. You know, you don't want to rely on somebody telling you, giving you a diagram to put your fingers. You know, what you want to do is start to develop your ear. And once you develop your ear, you can hear this stuff. Because again, you don't really realize how good your ear or your playing is becoming until you become challenged. Because YouTube is a good platform, and it was personally a good platform for me, because I never knew I could play thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of songs, you know, until I was put to the test. And it's like, it's there, it's just that you haven't been challenged to use it. You know, because again, when I first started my channel 4 years ago, it was basically just to show a few people about 50 songs that I knew off the top of my head and knew the chords to, and they didn't know the chords. That was it. And then I realized, man, I know 50 more. I know 50 more. I know 50 more. I know just about anything I can play, or anything I want to play. So I'm going to wrap this video up. But again, that whole tab thing, don't waste your time with that. Don't use that. Don't rely on the cheat sheet. You know, take it in the proper steps as far as becoming a good musician. And you do that by studying with someone who can teach you how to play. And then when they start to teach you, your ear will start to develop. You'll start to hear what you should be playing, and are you on the right note. You know, so on that note, I'm going to sign off, and I hope this has been helpful, because to me, this is one of the most important videos I'm going to ever do, because again, it's really important to put yourself on the right path as far as learning things, and avoid the cheat sheet or a quick, fast, in a hurry remedy. You know, that's not going to help you in the long run. It's not going to help you develop your ear. Your ear will not be forced to start working. You know, if someone just tell you, put your finger here and put your third finger there and put your finger there, you know, that's not going to help you in the long run. You know, so I'm going to wrap this up now. But until next time, take care and thanks for watching.